Hey guys, how's it going? This is Ed from Mission Ed Possible, and you're with me for my Atari 8-Bit Live stream that I do every other week. Thanks for joining. All right, so we have a few homebrews in here today, and we have a pretty good list here, I think. Some of these games that I definitely had, and some of them I definitely did not. So we'll see how it goes. All right, let's get into it here. Hey, DM, I see you there. Thank you. Okay, let's go with Asteroids. So I remember I had this friend of mine. He was actually a what was he? He was my, I guess, brother-in-law actually at the time. Atlas Klein. Hi, sorry I can't stay for the live stream, but I appreciate all the work you put in. Hope there will be a new video for assembly tutorial. I'm eagerly awaiting part 4. I should be able to get to that today, so look forward to that. Thank you for joining, though, and I know you can't stay, but thanks for popping in. And I appreciate that you like the tutorial series. I've been having a lot of fun with it. It's definitely coming along, and it's going to be a lot of fun, I think, once we start getting real stuff being able to put on the screen and all that. All right, so now that I've said that I have to work on it today, I just have a lot of projects going on right now and getting ready for the holiday season and all that stuff. So, I'll get to it. So, alrighty, guys. So I have my brother-in-law. His name was Dave. I use the term was because he is no longer my brother-in-law, but he always loved to play this game. And I remember he would tell me, hey, let's go play Asteroids. I'd be like, Asteroids. All right. Asteroids. Okay. All right. So that was the thing. This obviously is a port from the arcade. And actually, it's a pretty good port. I still need to cover 7800 games at some point. I know that I believe the 7800 version is actually better than this one. But this is one that was kind of, I definitely have put the most hours in. And just had a lot of fun with it. Very basic. This was a very, very early game. Basically probably a launch title for the computers, and so nothing fancy, but it's still good, and I still wanted to cover it. So it's kind of interesting, going into the with Asteroids on different platforms. Everybody implemented different the extra thing differently. So there's on some platforms it's a shield. And on some platforms, it's a hyperspace. Let's see what it is on this. So it's back, usually, I think. Back. Let's see. Forward is... Okay, so it's shield. Hitting back just turns me into a rock, which is a shield. Some of them, they do a hyperspace. I can't remember which one it was on, like, the 2600. I think part of that is, Asteroids Deluxe, I think, added... I can't remember which one came first, but there was one that had hyperspace and one that had shields. And of course there was lots of variations on that theme. I think the biggest thing for me is when you're playing this game, the sound, like the music going back, the kind of Jaws theme that plays, it gets pretty unnerving when it gets going really fast. And, it's one of those things that I don't think that the rocks are moving as fast as the music kind of makes them feel like they're moving. It just sets that suspense and anxiety-driven music. Come on. I don't know if I guess I'd call it music. It's 2 notes, but still. Oh, really? Come on. Now, this was one that I'm pretty good at. I remember this was one of the ones that I was able to actually flip the score on back in the day. Not today, but being able to roll the score over to 0, which was a cool feat. I think the reason why is because this game was pretty generous about giving free lives. I believe it's like every 10,000 points, which is a lot of games they didn't do that because you could just sit there and play indefinitely. And it depends on how fast it ramps up and stuff, but yeah, I think it's at 10,000 points you get a free life. Castardo, thanks for joining. Appreciate you being here. Just playing some Asteroids. Come on. There it is. That beep, beep, beep. Very high, oh! Yeah, we were talking about it. This isn't the greatest version. Yeah. English. I knew what you were going for. 7800 version I know is pretty good too, so that's why I definitely need to do a 7800 stream. I think what I'm going to probably be doing, just FYI, I'm going to probably be taking off a couple weeks next month on streaming and kind of reevaluating what I want to do. I definitely want to start doing some other platforms. Atari platforms probably to start, but I'd really like to get into some more esoteric stuff, at least for the US audience. I know for the European audience, showing stuff like the BBC Micro or ZX Spectrum, or yes, I said Z, or one of those might be a kind of a cool thing, especially since I didn't grow up with it. But yeah, I mean, yes, we are a Atari shop here, but there's definitely love for all retro. So, oh, I died. Oh, a 7800 stream would be great. Yeah, it would be nice. Link stream, yes. I want to do a Link stream. I'd like to do 7800, Jaguar, all of that. I just need time to set it up. It's really just a matter of, especially with things like the Jaguar and stuff like that. I don't own a Link, so I'd have to do it with emulation, but I think the emulation's pretty good. I know that we had talked about it in a past stream, and the Link's emulation is not as good as it should be, apparently. So we'll have to check it out. Paul Critchley, thanks for joining. Plenty of Amstrad CPC recommendations if you ever do that. Yes, that is absolutely on my list. I did set that one up, and it was actually pretty interesting. I was checking out a few games. Those kind of systems are kind of interesting to me because they, like, Amstrad had some elements of the 16-bit machines, but other elements of the 8-bit machines, it was kind of a weird timing thing. For me, growing up with the Atari stuff, it was by extension Commodore stuff, it was always very much like 8-bit and 16-bit. And whereas like the Amstrad, it has 80 column mode, it has a better sound chip, it has a few things in there that actually made it kind of interesting to me. So anyway, let's get on to the next one. Hat Mack. So this is one I had at one point, and it was kind of interesting firing it up. I hadn't fired it up in, forever. I haven't played this game in 40 years or whatever it is. And it was so funny how the sound effects for our music and sound effects can really bring back memories. And it's funny, even if you haven't heard something in forever, just playing it, it's so crazy. I just remember the music's playing only when you move, which is interesting. So this uses NTSC artifacting. I had to turn on turn that on for the emulation, because otherwise it'd be in black and white. And trying to remember. So that brings up the elevator. Can I bring this? Nope, didn't think so. That was kind of a bummer. But the music playing only when you move, it's just kind of a neat little tune, which is kind of interesting. But yeah, I hadn't played this in forever, and it was just like, wow, I totally remember this now. I can't remember what to do with the screw though. It's kind of interesting. You can grab it, but I'm not exactly sure what it does. Like that, you can, it brings you around, and you can do this. I'm not sure what for. And it doesn't hurt the bad guys. So if you remember, definitely let me know. Yes, this definitely used artifacting. A lot of the Broderbund games, even though this was Electronic Arts, used artifacting. And so yeah, Choplifter, definitely. David's Midnight Magic. Load Runner. And we've covered actually a lot of those on the stream. Yeah, I'm trying to remember what I need to do. I believe I can get in the elevator. It goes up here, but... Oh, that's what I needed to do. Use the... You gotta like rivet, use a jackhammer on it. It's been a while. This guy's gonna take me up higher. Okay, cool. There we go. I guess those were never released in PAL regions in that form. Yeah, I'm guessing that there was maybe a PAL version of it or something. But I do know that there is PAL. There is also PAL artifacting, and it's something that you can add to It's like, how do I get rid of this? Once I get the jackhammer, I think I don't want to get it actually until I'm ready for it. But yeah, I haven't seen a game that used PAL artifacting yet. I do know it was a way to you can set it in the emulator, but that's about as much stuff as I know. It would be interesting to see what like the PAL version of say like Choplifter or this even looks like. No, it's not what I wanted. Got hit by a rivet. I always love these games where it's like the normal part of the game isn't enough. You gotta have something else in there to mess with you. And like in this, it's the rivet gun or the rivets. It's like just firing rivets at you that bounces and no. Uh-oh. It's like as if it wasn't enough. The problem is, it's like, how do I get rid of this thing? And I don't know if I can. It's like, okay, am I just screwed? Or can I go up here to the bell? Okay, that brings it calls the elevator or not. That's bad. I guess I can't get the jackhammer, or else it ruins my whole program, which is not ideal. It's kind of like, that's annoying. You just have to die. I guess I'll just die then. I think these are just bonus points up here. Just don't call the elevator up to that floor, which doesn't make any sense. Why would you call the elevator up to the floor that you're not on? That's just bad. Okay, now I can get the... All right. Receipt of this file is piracy. I think it's funny. It's they put that in there. Like the guys that cracked it put that note in there because on the original it has the authors on there, which is annoying. It's like, why would you put that on there? I'm not a big fan when they modify the game to put their crack stuff on there. It just drives me crazy. Oh well. At least in elevator action, you can ride the elevator's roof. Yeah, it's like, why would they put a bell there and only go to the floor below you? And it's just kind of mean. All right. So let's look at River Raid. So one of the things that was interesting is Activision title. And of course, this was another a thing that the freaking the crack guys messed with. And it's like, I was here instead of Activision. Okay, whatever. River Raid. So this was a Activision game and written by Carol Shaw, which I've covered in the past on 2600 streams. And interestingly enough, the thing that was kind of big with the Activision stuff is they wanted to make the titles look good on all the platforms, and they really didn't do much to this to make it that much different on the 8-bit than they did on the 2600, which is kind of sad in a way. It could have been better, but I think they were just trying to go for kind of more original port. I don't remember a thing there. Oh, really? I don't remember there being a hot air balloon in the 2600 version. So that might be a difference. Well, that was my bad. I just smashed into the wall. I was here. Oh, another thing that's interesting is when you fire, I can direct the bullets, which is so weird. It's like, that's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. But I know it's a video game, but it's still kind of funny that I can shoot around corners, kind of wanted style here. Uh-oh. Out of fuel. Don't shoot the fuel. Don't shoot it. As I shoot it. At least I got some of it. Ah. Okay. Game over. Really, I kind of like the good crack throw and some of these dumb jokes the hackers left. It's all computing history. Yeah, that's one way to look at it. I guess I'm just kind of more of a purist, I guess. You know, I mean, I don't go so far as I must play with the original software and hardware and stuff, but I don't know. I guess it's always kind of like I'd rather have the, you know, it not being messed with. Yes, disable the copy protection, but not huge into the crack throws. Sorry. Unpopular opinion, I guess. Yeah, on the I know for some people they really loved the compact discs on the ST platform, which I've never been a fan of. I've never liked the whole you know, people, they put their own menu and their own thing. Now on that particular case, I can understand though people liking it more though. I think it's funny how they call them compact discs when it's like CDs actually existed at the time. Maybe they were going with a compact disc with a K instead of a compact disc with a C. But yeah, the whole idea of repackaging the game to make it smaller so that if it's on a disc, you know, I guess it's kind of cool, especially from a distribution point of view. Distribution point of view. But from I want to play the game, and obviously for me, I like to have my menu system and all that, so that just kind of wreaks havoc with it. So, but I understand there's people that like it, which is, I think, even a bigger part of the scene as you're talking about Castardo. In the 2600, the bullet steering can be turned on and off with one of the difficulty switches. Interesting. I wonder if I can do that here. So we have, I'm changing things with, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And it looks like option and control do the same thing. So it looks like there is a player 2 version on here with every other one is a player player 2 version. So I'll go at game 8. Oh my God. Seriously? How the hell am I supposed to do that? Wow. Is that even possible? Oh, crap. Oh my God. I guess the black is okay. It's the green you can't hit. Oh, this is player 2 now. I don't have player 2. I don't have a controller for player 2. Okay, so game 3. Oh, game 7 is the one I want for player only one. Okay, this is gonna be fun. Oh my God. Oh Jesus. Oh God. Oh God. That's insane. Alright, trying to go as slow as I can. Oh my God, I made it through. And died. Stupidly. I have to go through it again. Oh no. Let's see. Oh, this is kind of brutal. All right, let's move on. Okay. So I saw this game mentioned somewhere. I think it was on the one of the Facebook posts talking about Dandy and how it was a APX title, which Atari Program Exchange was an interesting thing that Atari did. That it was kind of like they had, instead of having normal developers, they had, or on their employed by Atari. What they did is they actually accepted developer, private developers. They would produce things, software, different games in different software, and Atari would publish it under the Atari Program Exchange. I think I've briefly talked about it in the past. I actually have a very large collection of APX software. I have some that have the actual manuals for them, not all of them. I don't think I have this one in manual form, but somebody had brought it up in the forums as being the precursor to Gauntlet, which definitely was an interesting thought to me. I didn't even realize there was a inspiration for Gauntlet, and apparently Dandy is that game. So let's fire this up. I'm pretty sure I have the disc of it, the original disc, which is cool, but I doubt I have the actual manual for it. I'll have to take a look. But okay, so Atari Program Exchange presents Dandy. Okay, so this is interesting in that you can create your own levels. This diskette contains a sample dungeon. If you wish to use one of your own dungeons, insert it now. And then says, if you're going to create a new dungeon, insert the blank formatted disk now. So apparently you could create your own dungeons within the game, which is very cool. I'm just going to use the one that came with. So you can definitely see. So one of the things that's interesting, you can change the number of players. You can have 4 players at the same time, which is definitely a nod, or rather Gauntlet. Definitely, you can see where they got this from. So you can do change the difficulty level with the option. I'm just going to hit start, and then we just go around and get money. And yeah, you can definitely see the similarities between this and Gauntlet, which was kind of neat. So we go over here. I think this is health. Oh no, these are food. Okay. But yeah, so they're going around the corners, and you shoot. It's interesting is you have to point in the direction of the shooting, which makes sense actually. So you don't know which direction you want to shoot. And we go around. So this was actually very interesting to me, that there was a precursor. So this I thought was interesting. It's like there's hearts here, but they actually are like, they have monsters in them, which is kind of interesting. It's like, I'm not exactly sure why they used a heart. So we got a key, or a door here we need a key for, very much a Gauntlet thing. And there's our key. So it's, yeah, very, very Gauntlet-like, which is very cool to me. Gauntlet is definitely one of my, I wouldn't say favorite, but a very well liked game in the arcade machine. That's one of those that it's one of those that'd be cool to have the actual upright machine. I'm not sure how much playability it has because of, because you can just keep putting in quarters. But it is one of those things that you could play for a long time, though. So, okay, so I have a key. I have magic. So I have a bomb, apparently. Ouch. Players in limbo. So I guess I died. So warping to level A. I guess I just died. I guess maybe if you have multiple players, you can save it. The only issue is that all the monsters in Dandy are essentially the same. Sure, but I mean, the idea of it is very, very similar. Can I go to level B? No, I have to. I think you can hit B or what A, B, C, D or whatever. But it's cool. I definitely appreciate this, especially since this was, I wouldn't say fan, but I mean it was sort of the equivalent of a homebrew at the time, in that it was developed by a private party. So the interesting is some of these monsters, they do take more hits than others. So it's actually kind of cool. You can see what the life is of them because they, they turn into different guys. So when you shoot that first, it's like the cube guy, then it turns into the circle, and then it turns into the guy, which is I think the lowest level. So there's different difficulty levels of the guys. One thing I haven't seen yet in here, and I'm not sure if it exists, are the generators. But I mean, truly for the time, I mean, this is still really, really good. Ouch, am I almost dead? No, 70%. So I'm pretty sure I want to go to that D, which I think is down. Now this could be definitely cool with 4 players. All right, I'm not sure how to do the bomb. Probably spacebar. Nope, I guess that's pause. Not sure how to do the spacebar or how to do the bomb, which I think would be the equivalent of magic. I died. Not sure if the 7800 version has more features. Yeah, that's Dark Chambers, correct? Or was it actual Dandy on the 7800? I haven't played. This is the first time actually I've played this game today. So let's try Z. Why not? I always got to do extremes. Holy crap. All right. Weird. Okay. Wow. Okay. That's interesting. They're trapped. That's funny to trap everything in money. I want to be trapped in money. I like money. Interesting last level here. Okay. I'm gonna die here if I don't watch it. So this is supposed to be a quote-unquote sample dungeon, which is kind of an interesting way to look at it, as opposed to here's the game and here's how you make new levels. This is more like, oh yeah, we didn't intend on making a full game with it. Just oh, ouch, that hurt. Just a sample. This is just a tribute. Oh wow. Oh crap. Whoops. I'm sure this is a metaphor for something. Probably. All right. Let's move on. Very cool though. I'm gonna have to see if I actually own the original disc for it, but and definitely a game to add to the 7800 stream. So that will be coming sometime in the future. Okay, next one up is AE. I have no idea what the A and the E stand for, but it's a game. It's written. It's a Broderbund game, so it also uses the NTSC artifacting. Let's get rid of the beeps. Let's turn it down a little bit. It is a 2-disc based game. I'm not exactly sure why they needed to put it on 2 discs. It's not that big a game. I don't know if it's because of different backgrounds or something. So we got to turn the diskette over and push button. So one of the things you can tell that it uses the artifacting is just the interesting kind of color, kind of weirdness that this has. Obviously, this is a it's simulated by the emulator in that it's not actually those pixels aren't actually there in when you play the game. It's just a matter of the screen kind of doing that. So I'm going to hit page down, I think, to insert the other side of the disc. But one of the things you'll also see is a lot with the artifacting is these specific colors, that blue, the cyan, and orange. Funny enough, those are very, very common colors these days. Okay, so it kind of reminds me of a cross between like Space Invaders and Gyrus. Just the movement of the bad guys and stuff. One of the things that's kind of cool is if you hit like the head guy, it'll destroy all of them, which was kind of a cool effect. And you get like a perfect attack. It goes up, I believe. But yeah, the movement is very cool with the bad guys. One of the things that's weird is the fact that the bullets, like, they die like really, really close to you, which is weird. It's like I don't quite understand why they did it that way. Hello? Okay. Ding. Sound effects are a little bit lacking, but just kind of ding when you pass the level or don't pass the level, I guess. Finish the level. Oh. Almost got them all. I did have this at one point. I don't remember playing it that much. I think because it was just kind of uninspired, for lack of a better word. Kind of cool, though. I saw it on the list of games I wanted to stream, so I was like, why not? Let me throw it on there. Oh, dang it. Yeah, very much a Gyrus feel on the way that the guys move and kill you. Kind of remind me of like a kite moving around. Oh. I think that's it for this game. And hello. Can I start again? Game over. Okay. Let's go again. I'm not sure how to get the perfect attack other than just hitting the front guy. Ouch. I believe this was originally on the Apple II, and a lot of these games, they were originally on there, and I think that was why they used the artifacting to do the same kind of colors that I think that the Apple II used, because you can see a lot of there was a definite pattern, because a lot of these games came out, although a lot of the Broderbund games, they originally came on the Apple II. So Choplifter and this, and there's a handful of them, obviously. Speaking of Broderbund, I think there'd be kind of a cool thing if someone hasn't done it already. I think it'd be really neat to show somebody, for those in the know, but showing them the print shop, which I actually, funny enough, I actually have been collecting a lot of old hardware. Oh, finally got a perfect attack. Cool. And I've been collecting dot matrix printers for some reason. So, so it'd be interesting to fire up the print shop and maybe try to print a banner or something. I think that's how you maybe beat the level, because it's loading now. Hard to estimate when your shots will hit. Yes. But it would be kind of cool to print out some banners and stuff. That's music. Okay. Cool. Different background. I think the goal is I think they're calling a perfect attack is when you destroy all of the guys. And I think maybe you have to get 3 of them. And then you pass the level. It's just kind of a weird win condition. But, whatever. Oh. No! Ouch. Close to getting to the next level. Come on. If it's 3. It'd be nice if it told you how many you have to destroy, but it might be 3 every time. I don't know. Oh, they split off. Interesting. Ouch. They did a pretty good job of making it look like it's actually going behind the planet and stuff by making it really small as it's going down. Interesting game. Again, I feel like it's Space Invaders and Gyrus mixed. Or I guess Galaxian or one of those. And back to the first level. Yeah, I'm good. Let's move on. Okay, so we have our first homebrew. Interestingly, most videos that are posted to this game on YouTube don't show the colors. Yeah, a lot of people don't understand the artifacting. Trying to find a screenshot that's not in black and white is difficult too, because people don't understand that this was supposed to be in color. It was just you have to enable it in the emulator to be able to do it. Any of those, when I see it in black and white, immediately I think, it needs that artifacting. And a lot of times what I do is I don't have 2 configurations set up for Altera to be able to say use artifacting or don't. I just usually leave it on. And usually it looks fine. It's one of those things that looks a little odd for some games, but it's totally fine. So AtariBlast. So this came out, this was actually quite a few years ago. And it is it's a homebrew, and it's pretty wild actually. I gotta turn up the music because the music is just cool. I'm not sure it matches this game though. It's very upbeat. The colors in this are insane. Nice 1,000 points there. Totally reminds me of Jeff Minter style T2K points things. So one thing that's interesting, so it has power-ups, and it has all kinds of stuff that that's in normal kind of shooters, a vertical shooter. So I now have lasers now and stuff. But one of the things that's interesting to me is you can actually destroy stuff in the background. And I'm not sure if that's how you get the power-ups, maybe? Let's see. I just randomly start shooting random things and it flashes. I hit it. Oh, that's kind of crazy. It sends it all over the place. And just the colors, how it just keeps changing. I think it's fuel. But yeah, that 1,000 points is very much a Jeff Minter thing. So it's shields, laser. I don't know what that one is. The scrolling in it is really awesome. They did an amazing job with this. But it uses GTIA mode 9, I believe, which so is allowed to do the same color, or same color with all different luminances. So that's how they're able to do all the cool shading and stuff. But it's just the same color on the screen though, which is at least on the main play field. This boss is kind of hard. Will you like stop firing at me? That'd be great. The music is just, it doesn't fit. It's cute and all that, but I'm sorry, this music is platform like game music. Like a Super Mario type movie music or something, not a shooter. It needs to be like techno or something. Finally. Oh yeah, this is cool. It's a like a bonus stage where it just sends hearts your way. And you just like try to collect them all. Just gotta sweep around and try to hopefully get them all. I need more shields. Level complete. You passed Mario just now, hidden in the background. Oh, this is kind of interesting. So it has a Simon Says kind of thing or Simon thing to be able to choose the levels, which is an interesting way to do it. Instead of doing a code, they do like a Simon thing. So it's kind of cool how it switches from a vertical shooter to a horizontal shooter. So I'm gonna have to go back and look at the stream and try to find Mario. Oh, I hate it when I realize that I can just hold down the fire button, and I've been like pushing it constantly. And it's like, just hold it down. I really like how they did the colors to where it just keeps changing, keeps cycling. It makes it interesting. So they just basically rotate the palette and stuff. But actually, in this case, it's a background that keeps changing. Big old bullets. I don't know what I can go through here or not. That's one problem is like knowing what is I can go through and what I can't. I'll just stay way back here. Probably should stick to the same kind of bullet, but I'm not sure if it's a power-up that keeps building or if it just replaces and you have a certain amount of shots, so you might as well get them all. But what's going on? My ship is... One of the things that's interesting is the way the ship looks. It's like it's... I don't remember it doing that before. It's also like a gravity thing going on right now, which is interesting. Normally it doesn't have like gravity. Keeps falling. Now we're back to normal bullets. Ouch. Oh, that's weird. I can't like... It's like resisting pushing up. If you see this, Atari could have had a nice version of R-Type. Yes. This kind of reminds me of like Xevious kind of style here. Or Flak. Which is a Xevious kind of derivative, I guess. I guess I can't destroy these. Needs different music, sorry. Just changing it up would be ideal, but whatever. There's so much stuff going on, and this is a very good feat. Oh, nice ghost there. Nice. Yeah. One of the things that they said, I think, looking at the manual or looking at the stuff is I guess a lot of the graphics were ripped from a lot of games. So it's kind of an interesting thought that they just I mean, I guess it's a homebrew, so who cares? But oh, I died. High score. So we got color. We can change the color here. Design, bling. I'll go design. There's fire, auto fire versus manual. I guess I'll get on auto. Normal, hard, harder. Let's see. Hard. Code, game. So you can enter the code. Let's see how this is. Oh, it's weird having it be auto firing. I don't know if I like the auto fire. It's weird. It's like I should be holding down the button or something. Now I'm going through. I'm trying to look for Mario. Don't know where he's at, so. Oh, it was waiting for me to destroy something on the screen. That was interesting. I guess it's saving my thumb from having to push constantly. Ah! Trying to avoid him. Atari rules. Well, there's a thing from Mario, not the turtle. Ah! Don't like being trapped in there. Trying to think of what's going on with my ship. It's like all tweaked out. I don't know if it's because it's low on shields or something. Yeah, the Poku is a very good chip. Come on. Come on. Will you not shoot at me? Thank you. Need all of the things. Give me all of the hearts. Okay, so you do get hit if you go into the background area. They'll seem like power-ups or things I want to get. I really like the ones that just have bullet hell here. Definitely fun. Yeah, this came out, I don't know, several years ago, I know. It's been on my list to stream for quite a while. I like games that have like shields instead of just a finite lives thing. It's just a lot more forgiving to me. I haven't quite figured out what's going on. I guess when my shields or my ship's kind of jacked up, it does this like weird thing where it's like falling and moving around and tweaking out. I am almost dead. And I am now dead. There are only these few levels, it seems. Yeah, but it's still really cool. AtariBlast! Alright, let's move on. So, Star Raiders. That was actually another launch title, I believe. It was a very, very early game produced by Atari. And it was considered one of the first killer apps for Atari, for the computer. I actually ran Space Invaders instead of Star Raiders. I'm a dork. Similar cover, I guess. I'm like, that doesn't look like Star Raiders. So it had been quite a while since I had played this, and so I had to have a practice mission earlier. So that being said, I'm going to bump up the difficulty from novice to pilot. And so let's see what we got here. So this uses the keyboard, and so to be able to do a lot more stuff. So what we can do here is we can look for something to destroy or something to attack. We got our bases here. This guy, I don't like where this guy is at, so I'm going to actually go here because these are bases. We want to protect our bases. And so I'm going to do a hyper warp. Oh, I need to turn on my tracking computer, and you want to be able to aim it. I did not want to go to aft view. I want to go to front view. I screwed up. I didn't keep my my things in the right spot. Let's see. Front view. Come on. No. I was playing on novice earlier. I didn't know how to do this. It's going to send me all over the place. Okay. Let's try this again. Maybe I might want to bump it down to novice. That'd be dumb, but I might have to. All right, let's try one more time. We have forward view. For some reason, it doesn't like me to do forward view. Tracking computer on, attack computer off. So I'm just trying different keys here. So I know we need to keep it in the center here. And I'm having a bad time about it. Let me try changing it back down to novice since I'm doing something wrong. All right, let's go attack these guys. We're gonna put in tracking computer on, attack computer on. Why does it keep hitting A? That's weird. I don't know. That's weird. So basically we're, going around trying to shoot these bad guys that are in these sectors. So that we have a whole big map. I don't know why I would be hitting A for aft view. Come on. Okay. So I destroyed all the guys in that sector. So now I want to go to, say, like this sector. Why do you keep going to aft view? It's annoying. Oh, I'm going to hit hyper warp. See, on this one, you don't have to, on the novice level, you don't have to choose the direction. Quit sending me an aft view. Computer tracking on. So there's also a, I'm doing manual targeting versus automatic targeting, which I can't remember the key to turn that on or off, but it's not a big deal. Oh shit, I forgot. Excuse me. I forgot to put on my shields. That's a problem. Let's try shields here. Shields on. Tracking computer on. Attacking. And it just keeps going. Oh, interesting. Attack computer on. That's where you do the manual. So, or automatic. Okay. Let's try this again. So let's go here. It's a fleet of 3 bad guys. Oh, I do want the computer on. That's for sure. Because otherwise I can't see where my guys are. It'd be pretty bad to just float around just trying not to do it manually. So, oh, I also want to be moving instead of just staying put. That's not a good thing. All right. So obviously this was, you know, heavily influenced by like Star Wars and stuff like that. But you know, Star Wars just come out when this game came out. So, but it was definitely, it was a, you know, unique game. This was only available on the Atari 8-bit. I believe they did do a port on the 2600, but because you can't do keyboard stuff, it made it, you know, a little harder. Yes, they had a keyboard controller that you could use with it, but it's not as ideal. Finally, destroyed that guy. Okay. Let's go here. Yeah, those are totally not TIE fighters. Uh-huh. I want to be moving. Still wonder why it keeps going to aft mode, which is kind of weird. I mean, it's fine, but I hit F and it goes to front, and then it goes back to aft mode, but whatever. Alright, let's go to this guy here, because he's near the base. Nicholas Gasper, the AtariBlast has many levels. I think you're playing an early version. I grabbed the one, I think I just suck, actually. I grabbed the one from Atari Max, I think, the website. It was actually kind of hard to find a copy of it, of AtariBlast. I know that there was, at one point, it was called GTIA Blast, and then they changed it, but yeah, I think that was the release version. The version I had was in a zip file that had an ATR, which was for an Atari Max thing, which I'm not too familiar with. And oh, he moved. And there was like the cartridge ATR. There was the PDF file and stuff like that. So pretty sure it was the release version. I just don't think I got past that. The second level. So why does it keep doing that? I don't like A key's not stuck, I don't think. Oh, my shields are off. Don't want to have that. First time I went into that. Music is from an earlier version. Really? Interesting. Well, if you know the official place to get it, I'd really appreciate it, because doing Google searches was not ideal for finding it. My keyboard thing might be screwing up for some reason. I'm not sure why it keeps going to the A mode. Let's see how we doing on time. 2 o'clock. Yeah, we're good. Okay. It's funny, after playing playing this earlier, it's definitely gotten a bit easier. Although there's still some funkiness with going to the higher levels that I don't know if I need to read the manual or what's going on, but definitely some funkiness going on. Yeah, I gotta destroy this totally not Starfighter. Come on, where are you? Why do you keep doing that? Driving me crazy, sorry. It's interesting, as I played a lot more of Star Raiders 2 or the Last Starfighter. And what's interesting to me is that I know that the Last Starfighter was meant to be... my energy level is... it's okay. Let me go over here and dock with this base up here. After playing a lot... I played a lot of the Last Starfighter. And I knew it was a... it's supposed to be a... the original version of Star Raiders 2. But what's interesting to me is that it definitely felt more like Star Raiders than not. Oh, dang it. It's going to be hard to dock if I have to go backwards here. Aft view. Come on, man. There we go. Come on. Okay. Let's do... Am I going going further away from it because then it's an aft view? Okay. Forward. Not aft. Forward. Have to back into it? That would be difficult. All right. So I get closer. So he'll repair me and increase my fuel, which is nice. But I have to get closer to it. Quit going to aft view. Why do you keep doing that? Kind of curious. I'm going to have to open up something there. I can see if I can, if the A key is being pressed. No? Trying a dialog box to see if A is being pressed or something, and it's not. Huh. I don't know. It's just tripping out. Annoying for sure. All right, let's see. I keep hitting aft and it keeps going back to aft view. A is, what's wrong? When you hit the wrong key, it does that. All right, let's move on. That's just annoying. Okay. So the next 3 games are kind of interesting in that I realized that I didn't know anything about the Digger Dan series, which is that's what these 3 games are. So they started off with Diamonds, Dan Strikes Back, and Return of the Fungi. And the deal is that the guy that made these games, Simon Hunt, he he had the original two games, Diamonds and Dan Strikes Back, and he wrote these a long time ago for English software. I was reading up on this just before the stream, and the interesting thing was, apparently he wanted to make a third game, and it was meant to be a like kind of Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi. So he actually made a quote unquote homebrew just like a couple months ago that was the third game in this series, Digger Dan. Kind of a little intro here. So we're trying to go around. This is kind of weird. I think I have to hit the button to start this level. So it kind of reminds me, it's meant to be kind of a game kind of like Boulder Dash. Now what's interesting to me is trying to go up. I haven't figured out, in some cases I can't go up. He just like keeps climbing and doesn't do anything. Not exactly sure. Again, I have not played this game much at all. So if you know, happen to tell me, that'd be great. But you can definitely see, like right here. It's like I can't go up. Dig Dug would be another way. Yeah. It's like a button just pauses. Ouch. I don't understand. Maybe because I'm not exactly sure why I can't dig up. Maybe it's can I not go up areas that I've already dug, and then I have to... No, see, I can go up this way, but not all the way. I'm not quite sure what the mechanics are there. If you guys know, definitely let me know, because it's kind of annoying. Oh, the demon. That's no good. Yeah, it's just weird that I can go... Sometimes I can go up, sometimes I cannot. And button just pauses, which is odd, but... Oops. And maybe it's that I have to be digging to go up and not just going up the same place. Another thing that's kind of weird is like trying to hit start right here. Doesn't do anything. Seems like you have to have solid ground to the left and right before you can climb up. Interesting. Okay, so select will allow me to go, which is cool. So yeah, you might be right there. Okay, so... Huh, the rock stopped him. That's cool. Okay. Yeah, you might be right there. Oh, wow. Okay. So I gotta climb up over here. That'll make me fall. We don't want that. So I have to have left and right. It's an interesting mechanic. This guy's eating all my stuff. I think it's interesting how they all have names. These are eyes. Okay. Not sure what the eyes do. Let's see if I can drop a rock on that guy. Oh, it just stops him. It didn't kill him. And it looks like the demon comes if you take too long. Kind of like the pterodactyl. Ah, I can't get out of here. Stuck in the corner. That sucks. Kind of weird the volume level of the sound effects go up and down. It's kind of weird. It's like all quiet and stuff. That's Simon the Snake. What? Snakes don't move that way. Okay, whatever. Guess he doesn't rotate. Kind of interesting how there's walls on the side there. Ouch. I should have known better on that. My bad. I was going to get a rock ready. You're going to eat my gems there. Uh-oh. No! That's kind of the mechanic. I mean, it's interesting, but kind of annoying, too. Because it's like, I want to be able to move. And it's just kind of an additional requirement, which is kind of odd. Alright, let's move on to the next one. So this was the first game in the series, and then we have Dan Strikes Back. That's kind of cool. It has SH in there. Simon Hunt for Simon Hunt, the author. So apparently these games do have an ending. Oh, for Kate, it says at the bottom. That's cool. So we're trying to gather these things. It's a little bit more straightforward, I guess. Can't go up that way. So I guess it's more gravity style stuff. It looks like it drops. But it might be the case where you have to have stuff on the left and right like we were talking about earlier. So that's problematic. You get up there. Oh, man. Alright, my guess is that we need to go... Oh, yeah, that was my bad. Sorry. Tricky game, yes. Looks like we probably want to go top down. That would make sense. Bad guy. need to get up there. I'm not exactly sure how. Because I have to go from the top and kind of go like this, maybe? Okay. Ah! Get trapped really easily there. Try one more time here. Yeah, once you fall, the physics in it is kind of interesting. It definitely has a mechanic on there that's not obvious. It's like, yes, it looks like you can climb certain areas if you have left and right ability, I guess. I think that was a good thing, getting the spores or the mushroom thing. Interesting little bird. Again, this is another one where let's have tons of things on the screen to mess with you. Okay, at least we got the all the top stuff. Now, if I can just keep going this way. Really? Okay. Okay, cool. Where are you going, buddy? Okay. Ah, okay, interesting. So it locked it, or it unlocked it by doing that. Okay. Alright, well, I'm gonna have to figure out a way to go back up, because this is gonna suck. Alright. Huh, okay, I can go over here. Ah, dang it. I was doing fine there, and then... sigh. Alright. At least we can take maybe a different path to get more stuff. Ah, okay. Phew. Okay. Well, I can go up here. Bad guy. Okay, let's try over here. Little walls that are doors, I guess, that prevent me from going that way. Not sure what that is other than extra points. I'm wondering on this if it's, well, it still has the same kind of mechanism. If you have left and right, you can go up, but otherwise you can't. If you just have one, it doesn't work. Oh no. This game is very tricky. It's interesting though. I'm having kind of an interesting time with it. Let's see if we can do it again. I think I like it better than the first one. Ah. I guess I'm just used to being able to go, you know, it's like, oh, you can go up this way, but you can't go up that way. And I mean, it makes sense. Okay. Having issues with the terrain, or the I guess the level has its own issues, and the bad guys just make it even harder. Alright, so let's see, let's go over here. Just have to keep planning my route. Where are you doing? Where are you going, buddy? Okay. assuming that was a good thing. Okay, now we have the door open. Ah! Well, yeah, that was not a bad run there. Where are you going? Okay. Yeah, you have to choose your path wisely here, because it's like I can't get there from here. Whoa, almost got hit by that guy. Those doors don't help. Oh, now we have a spider? Crap, or whatever the heck that is. Okay. How do I get up there? I'm gonna die! Couldn't do anything about it. I can't get away from him. Alright, let's go this way. Oh, dang it. Got moving too fast. Oh well. Alright, I can grab this. Grab this. Okay, so I got all this stuff up here. That's cool. Let's go this way. Really? A door that I can't get by. Come on. Alright. Now I've got... Oh, a spider now. Wonderful. Spider totally reminds me of the necromancer spider. Okay. Let's move on. So that was Dan Strikes Back. It's the second in the series. So let's move on to the new release, which is Return of the Fungi. And let's check that out. So this was very confusing to me. It says copyright 1986. That's better. So the idea is that, from what I read, that Simon had the idea for this game back a long time ago, but it never got produced. So he's had like this plan for a long time and finally just said, okay, I'll make it, which I thought was very cool. I'm hitting start in here. You have to hit start, I think, at a certain point, which was weird. Come on. Trying start, select, option, fire button. I noticed that some of these games, keys at a certain... There we go. Greetings, Pete. You have to hit it at a certain time, which is odd to me, but whatever. Really? Come on. Really? I got this to start earlier. Maybe I have to hold down start. Regardless, that's annoying. Should always abort the intro. I'm holding down start this whole time. Okay, this is gonna get annoying. How do I start it? I did this before. It was able to start. I promise. Greetings, Pete. Okay. Okay, it's gonna drive me crazy. If someone knows how to start this freaking game, let me know. Greetings, Pete. Yes. Okay. Gonna start going crazy now. Holding down. Gotta start earlier. I know I did. Okay. It's driving me crazy. Let me try restarting it. Don't make me look at the manual, Simon Hunt. I will be very upset if I have to open a manual to be able to figure out how to start the game. Trying all of the buttons. Hey all, Steven's Pastime. Thanks for joining. I am trying to start this stupid game. Sorry. Not a stupid game, but the fact that I can't start it is problematic. Alright. Is there some keyboard thing that I didn't do? So that's reset. Alright. I'm going to go, I guess, look up Return of the Fungi manual. There is, I know there is a manual for it. Okay, Simon Hunt, you're irritating me now. Hey Ed, I just seen the video showing a bunch of new games to the Atari ST. Have you played anything in the newer times for that system? Yeah, actually I have played quite a few. Let's see. Most recently we had Dread. That was a Atari ST game. Obviously we have Thomas's games, which are the Randomizer, which is the most recent game, as well as Frogs and Anarcho Ride. These are newer games here. Let me open up this manual for this. But yeah, there's definitely more games coming out for the 8-bit than there are for the Atari ST, but yeah, it's just it's the way it is. Let's see. README. That's not what I want. Let's look at the Diggerdan 3, the HTML, the games. Oh, that's a file not found. Let me see here. Return of the Fungi, not found. Really? Why are you doing this to me? I just want the PDF. Really like to show this since I was able to earlier. But it is being a pain. So one of the things I've thought about doing here is doing a just chatting. I don't know if you guys do much of those. I know it's more common on Twitch, but I've thought about, maybe towards the end of the year, just doing a stream where people can pop in and just talk. Let's see. Page, why you're making this pain. Okay, Return of the Fungi. First time choice. What would you like? Give me all of the deets. Okay. So he's got a let's play already. He's got some HTML stuff in here for the manual, and it doesn't look like it wants to load. Okay, thanks. Push the joystick to begin a game. Push the joystick to move Diggerdan around the arena. Push the joystick, as in push the button, or move a direction. Trying different things now. I'm moving things around. Really? Okay, so I had to push the joystick a direction. I'm sorry. That is bad. Simon, if you're listening, make it the start button, please. Like every other game. So we have these spores that are coming down, and we have to use a bomb to destroy the spores. So they're trying to get to the diamond, I believe. So I can't get hit by a spore, apparently. As I get hit by a spore again. Oh my god! Seriously? Wow. Game over. Alright. Pushing up works. Up. Seriously. I can't think of any other game that does that. I was hitting start, select, option, buttons. All of that. Not up. I must have accidentally started it last time. Which is really odd. I'm actually thinking that Greetings Pete was a supposed to be a like a Easter egg or something. Because he just wants the developer just wants me to push up on the. Oh, come on. The movement's a little odd. I think part of the problem is that you can't move just a little bit. It has to move like a whole bunch. And that's part of my problem. And that's one. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. What's going on there? What is this? What is this? What are we doing? Okay, I do have bombs. Okay, it's just growing out of control here. Okay, so that was a good thing. Interesting. Wave 2. Nice dragnet theme there. You just gotta place them and hope that they go that direction. Which is kind of odd. Just kind of like laying landmines for them, basically. It's kind of funny how they move. They kind of hop. Okay. Getting better. Anyway, Stephen, Pastimes, if you know of other Atari ST games or any other homebrews, I am definitely down to show them on the channel. Gastardo, thanks for joining. Appreciate you. See you next week, hopefully. Anyway, yeah, I'm always looking for new games to show. Homebrews are always very cool. Just because no one's seen them before. And if they're like a big deal, kind of big releases, I will do a special video on them. Like I did for Prince of Persia. That was very cool. The Atari 8-bit Prince of Persia came out last month, I think. And so I did a video on that. That was really cool. Oh yeah, another one was, there was a, God, I can't think of the name of it. That was on the Atari 8-bit. That was a raycasted game. God, why can't I think of the name of it? It's really bad. Anyway, there was a recent game. It's funny. Up starts the game. That's bizarre. Sorry. Awesome. Sounds good. I'll pass along what I find. Yeah. Ideally, post it on the comment section once the video is live. I always have my streams live so anyone can see them after the fact. Some people hide them for some reason. I guess because it's not normal content. It's streamed content. But it's just a lot easier to find when people make comments versus comment in the chat. Just because I have to go through and look for it. So, but yeah, if there's any games that you'd like me to cover in future streams, any platform, really, I am wanting to venture outside of Atari stuff next year. Still have some stuff to cover on Atari stuff, obviously, but I am gonna want to venture into other platforms. I'm really interested in venturing into platforms that not a lot of people know about. For example, the MSX, which was a kind of more, definitely more popular in Japan. It's where Metal Gear Solid got its start, as well as a couple other games, I believe. And definitely interested in looking into things that I never had. And it's kind of interesting to me, playing some of these games that it's like, okay, is this cool for this platform? Is this groundbreaking? Is this fun is kind of a subjective thing that's, pretty much I can figure out if it's fun or not. But some of the things is kind of interesting. Things like the Spectrum's palette, which is odd. Then there's the, obviously there's the evil empire that I probably need to, show, which is Commodore. My plan is to get some sunglasses, those like, disguise sunglasses. I think it was like Groucho Marx or something, that, to put over my Atari logo when I have those streams, just to be funny. But yeah, I eventually want to see how the other half lives, I guess, on the Commodore side. And, I think it'd be a lot of fun. And, definitely don't want to make comparisons. Oh, man. Because it's not polite when things are better. It's not about showing better or worse. It's about, I am interested in the ones that are exclusives. I know there's a lot of games that never came out on on some platforms, but they were big on the others. So Commodore platforms, I know there was some definite stuff that didn't get ported over. I believe the Commodore 64 has the most games ever released on a computer before, or probably even anything. So I'm definitely interested in looking at some of that stuff as well. And it could be kind of cool to see how certain games work on there, even though I've covered it on other platforms like the 8-bit and all that, showing the Commodore 64 version of some games, just to see what the differences are. Because if I played it before, it would be kind of cool to see. And there's definitely ones that I know are exclusives that, never came out on anything else, like Wasteland, for example, which I actually owned at one point. I know it's going to sound crazy, but I actually owned a Commodore 64 in recent history, actually. So I actually had Wasteland I actually had the original for Wasteland. I ended up selling it on eBay. I was in a hoarding mode at one point, and so I had a Commodore 64, and I had a bunch of original games, which was cool, and the decoder wheels for a lot of the games, which was very, very neat. I had bought it off of like Craigslist or something, and so I ended up actually selling them for a good amount. Have you got yourself a 64 C64 Mini? No, I probably would be doing it with emulation, to be honest, which I know the C64 Mini also is emulator. Just because I like to have my menu system and all that stuff set up, and it's just a lot easier on the computer. But who knows? You know, I might pick one up at some point. I definitely have my hardware collection is growing. I have a bunch of PCs for some reason now. For some reason, it's like they accidentally showed up. I don't know where they came from. No, I picked some up on. There was a thing on Facebook Marketplace like last week or last month or something, and I ended up picking up like 3 vintage PCs and monitors and printers and a whole bunch of crap. And it's just like I need to probably figure out what I'm gonna do with it. But so it looks like whatever I don't destroy, it comes back in the next section, which is kind of interesting. Sorry, getting back to the game. And I'm actually doing okay at this now. I'm gonna die immediately. But yeah, I actually have plans on setting up a bunch of machines in my office here, my basement / office, and actually having it so that people can play the games. You know, I have a lot of, you know, the old vintage machines which don't even have video cards. A lot of them. I mean, they're that old. Oh, I'm out of bombs. Oh, that sucks. I get them back after they blow up. That's cool. I think I died. Nope, phase 2. Okay, cool. Lorenzo Sleestack, I think. Thanks for joining. Appreciate you being here. Atari 800 and 400 were excellent for gaming. Yep, it's where I got my start. Well, I guess I had a 2600 before then, but I was definitely into the computer more. Let's see. Move my window. It says the graphics were greatly improved over the VCS 2600. Absolutely. 2600, I do want to do some streaming of it. I know that's probably been done to death, but whoops. You know, it's definitely where I got my start. That was just bad. I think it's game over. Yeah, game over. Game over, man. Yeah, so I mean, it's night and day difference. I mean, the guys that, you know, Activision guys and Magic guys that made you know, the games for the 2600, they did an amazing job with what they had. But yeah, it's pretty hard to look at now on some of them. Now, one of the things I do have, and I'd like to do obviously when I do get to 2600 streaming, I do want to cover homebrews, because there are a lot of homebrews. And I actually own, actually, hold on a second here. I actually bought this. It was several months ago when it came out. Audacity Games. I don't know if you guys are familiar, but this was actually made by David Crane and Gary Kitchen. And I actually finally played it. It's still sealed. I did not open it, but they still provide a ROM for it. Which the interesting thing about these, the game, the way they did the release, was the ROM is actually coded to your serial number. So you actually can upload your scores and stuff to their website and stuff. But this is, for a 2600 game, this game is phenomenal. I actually want to play it a lot more, and I actually tried to make a video for it, but my setup was messed up, and so I didn't have any audio, so it didn't get released. But I'd like to do it again and actually release it. But there are definitely games, especially the Activision and Magic games, the third parties, that were much better than a lot of the first party games. Obviously certain ones, Yars' Revenge and all that, Howard Scott Warshaw games, with the exception of one that I will not mention, is definitely some cool stuff. But but yeah, so yeah, I am planning on doing 2600 stuff. I'm probably going to do a just chatting by the next month sometime, and Jaguar links. I do own a Jaguar, so I actually plan on actually setting all that up so I can do streaming with it. And I do like to do links 7800, 5200. I think deserves a stream maybe of just the games that were slightly different there. I know there were some minor differences between the 5200 and the 800 releases. It'd be interesting to explore those. I did have a 5200 at one point, but it never really got played much. I ended up doing a mod on it for I don't remember what I did. Was it a power mod? I don't remember what I did with it. I changed things around in it, but and it ended up selling it to a guy online, and then it got destroyed in shipping, unfortunately. But in any case, so yeah, I'm planning on doing that, and then probably next year maybe start doing some different platforms. Atari platforms are obviously where I've gotten my start here on doing these streams, but I think it'd be interesting, especially for a lot of my audience. Obviously, is very European, so it'd be interesting for me to try out some of the systems that I didn't grow up with. Spectrum, Amstrad, MSX, those kind of things. I'm not as interested in showing the NES, Super NES, and stuff like that because everybody and their brother does that, but it might be kind of cool too. Mostly interested in the computers, just because the computers don't get nearly the amount of love that they should for retro gaming. Retro gaming, anytime someone says, "Oh, retro gaming, so you mean Mario?" It's like, yeah, sure. Okay, fine. Yeah, that's what most people think of. But I think of, the stuff before then because, well, I'm a little older. And I started playing games very young. So for me, playing a lot of the other stuff is a lot more interesting. Let's see. Did Atari ever make a regular joystick for the 5200? Not that I know of. I don't think even third party did. Well, actually, I know there was a Wiko controller that came out for 5200 that I think was a normal controller versus being an analog. They got to give them credit. They wanted to do something different. They were trying to actually attract the 5200 audience or Intellivision audience, because the Intellivision controllers actually worked. But I don't know, somebody got in their head that having a keyboard on the controller and doing overlays was going to be a really good thing. And then someone still had that idea when they came out with the Jaguar. And I don't, that was not even a thing at that time. I don't know what they were smoking, but whatever. Yeah, the joysticks, the 5200, and I'll do a stream of it, but it's one of those things that I kind of feel like the 5200 shouldn't have existed. It's kind of like it wasn't anything, it was basically redone, Atari 8-bit computer in console form with really bad joysticks, and it didn't self-center. There was just so many problems that they had. And then the 7800 came out at the wrong time. It was out after the NES, and so it was playing catch up and just wasn't going to do it. So yeah, I love Atari, but some of them, they made a lot of mistakes, unfortunately. So yeah, as far as I know, they never made a proper joystick for the 5200. I had one at one point, and I was thinking, how bad could this be? And I'm just like, oh my God, this is horrible. I don't know how anyone thought, even when they're working, I don't know how anyone thought that was a good thing. And it's kind of sad. I'm not sure if there were any games that on the 5200 besides like Centipede or something like that used the analog part of the 5200 joystick. It'd be interesting to try it out. I mean, obviously I'll be doing it in emulation and I'll have analog here. But it's, I mean, the problem I have is the fact that Atari really wanted to do everything with their arcade games. Their arcade license, all of the arcade stuff that they had was kind of their bread and butter. And so, but all the games in the arcades were digital controllers. I don't know why someone thought that going to analog would be cool other than just to play catch up with in television. I've heard the original self-centering 5200 stick was good, but it was too expensive and the system ended up with the crap sticks. So they actually had self-centering sticks. That would have been okay, providing they didn't have the issues with the keyboard. See, the problem is the I can't remember what it's called, but it's like the membrane keyboard. The stuff that they made it out of was just really bad, and even getting an aftermarket brand new one fails. The joysticks just fail. And by the way, Ken Jennings, thank you for joining, and thank you for all your very insightful comments on the Atari 8-bit assembly tutorial series. I really appreciate your input there. I definitely don't know everything, and I'm still learning. So so for me, it's great because I'm looking at it and I'm coming at it from a programmer aspect, obviously, but I definitely have a lot to learn. So I really appreciate that. Yeah, Mylar, that was the word I was looking for. Yeah, Mylar plus graphite painted traces. Yeah, they're horrible. I don't know how anyone thought that was a great idea. But because I was like, how bad could they be? And I actually got like the rebuild kit from Best Electronics or whatever, and I'm like, oh, I'll just rebuild this and it should be great, right? No, it wasn't. It was trying to like cobble together a good joystick by like getting like a pile of 5200 joysticks. No, you're pretty much going to still have a pile of garbage joysticks or controller, I guess you could call it. That sucks that they had an original self-centering, because that was one of the bigger problems, is the self-centering. The Mylar was the other one. It was just doomed. They had two buttons though, but yeah, I don't know how many games actually used the second button. Or I think they were discrete buttons, not just the same button on left and right side, but could be wrong there. Definitely correct me if I'm wrong. Okay. Well, I think that's about it for me today. Definitely enjoyed showing you guys some of these, especially the homebrews. Return of the Fungi. I still can't get over the fact that he made forward the way to start the game. I don't understand that. But I swear I'm sitting there for 5 minutes trying to start the damn game. That does not look good. Yeah. So look forward to the future streams. Again, I'm planning on doing just chatting and some other platforms. And I obviously need to get video number 4 of my tutorial series out. It's going to start actually looking at like a game soon. So I'm excited. So anyway, guys, that's it for me today. I appreciate you guys joining me. If you would like, hit the like button on here. Really appreciate it. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, I'd really appreciate that as well. I post new videos at least once a week. And over the winter break, I'm hoping to post a lot more. I'm actually taking a couple weeks off of work. So should be a lot of fun. So anyway, guys, that's it for me today. And as always, see you in the next adventure. Take care.